Good morning, everyone. Yesterday, we started our session how to work with Linux operating system. Okay, it is a free 7 days boot camp. So where we started introduction to what cloud computing. You should know cloud computing and basic introduction to AWS. Why? Because we are going to use all the Linux command, and for that we need to connect with EC2. EC2 is one of the main important service in AWS. So to connect with EC2, you should know minimum what is AWS cloud, and to understand cloud, introduction to cloud computing is required. And it is a 7 days free boot camp. So we are trying to understand in very quick shortly what we have seen yesterday, what is required like backend. If you are a developer, okay. So again, if you are a minimum backend developer or a front end developer, then apart from backend activity, coding, development or front end developer, you have to perform operations. So what is DevOps? Dev is combination of development plus operations. So tomorrow you are working in a company, you are developing minimum code with this. Okay. Then what is the expectation? What is the expectation? Then you should know minimum 5 to 10, minimum 10 service of AWS. Then only you can perform operations, and many tools like you are pushing the code, you are checking out the code. Then you should know Jenkins, Postman, Putty, WinSCP. These are something. So then SonarQube. And if you specially working as DevOps, then you should know 30 to 40 services, okay, in AWS. And like DevOps tools like Terraform, okay, complete pipelines creations of Jenkins, okay, end to end. But that is not our discussion at this moment. Our discussion is how to work with Linux operating system with EC2. Why EC2? Because we are going to create one server where it will act as, where we can create an operating system of uh, Linux. For that, we are trying to understand few things about AWS. And then we have seen yesterday cloud computing. Okay, small discussion we have seen. What are the models available? SaaS, PaaS, IaaS. Okay, and we have seen AWS is a IaaS, Amazon Web Services, and this following IaaS model. I explain you one of the diagram as well. Then this is a URL. Okay, how many types of root accounts are there? Root account and IAM account. IAM means Identity Access Management account. If you are joining a company, they are giving you the IAM account, not root account. Okay, main people like admin who is handling those accounts, they may be having this root account. They are providing you the IAM account, Identity Access Management. IAM is also one of the service of AWS. And this is the year where when 2006 AWS launched, and types of service AWS providing. These are the services we have discussed. In how many country it is available, what is region. I showed in diagram also in a map. What is data center? Simple, a room with servers having complex network connection. This we have seen till yesterday. Now guys, again, let me show you one more thing. I have logged into my AWS console. Okay, you are able to see this, right? So these are, once you log in, I will upload one separate recording where how to create and how to sign up. Okay, how to sign up into AWS, how to create an account and how to log in. Okay, to save our time. Okay, then you are how you log in into Gmail, how you log in into Facebook. Similarly, I log in into my account. Okay, this is my account. Now, if you see, this is United States, Asia Pacific, Mumbai. Okay, I will going to explain in a short what are all these things. Okay, this is I want to show you as yesterday. Then services, all the services are available. Okay, if you see here, this is the console. Okay, we can see what are the service. I want to show you what is the service I am going to use. EC2 service. This is EC2 service through which we are going to create a servers. Okay, what are all these things, how to create server, how to do configuration, everything we will be going to see. we are going to use this service. Okay. So let's start. First, try to understand what is this. Then only we can come to here. And then once we are logging into, we are creating EC2 instance. Then we will try to connect that EC2 instance. How to connect? This is cloud. How we are connecting? We will see that slowly. Okay. Before that, let's continue our discussion. So what is that? AWS will manage data centers, right? To provide the business. This is the one purpose. Okay. And this region I am showing you guys, these regions and uh, I am showing you. Okay. This is increasing. The AWS is continuously improving. Okay. AWS is having how many region? Is having 26 plus regions. 26 plus regions. Okay. And more than 84 availability zone. What is availability zone? We will see that. Availability zone. Availability zone. Okay. And in India, how many availability zone and region? In India, in India, in India, we have one region. One region. Which region? Mumbai. Which region? Mumbai. Okay. In that region, how many zones are there? In that zone, we have three availability zones. Three availability zone. Let me show you that. You are able to see my screen. See here, I have explained you. Here Mumbai is there, right? Asia Pacific. Okay, which region? One region Mumbai, AP South one. Okay, this is availability zone. Whatever in AP South one, AP Northeast, AP Northeast two. This is a availability zone. Okay, Mumbai is region. Okay, so this is what we have to understand slowly. Okay, and many of the availability zone and regions are they are expanding. Okay, now India we have one region. In that region we have how many availability zone? There are three availability zone. Okay, for example, let's say let's say this is one region. Okay, this is one region. Okay, this is Mumbai. This is Mumbai. Okay, so there are how many availability zone? One, two, and three. There are three availability zone. Okay, so you need to understand. Okay, so in India we have one region. Region can have this is Mumbai region, na? This is Mumbai region. Okay, and let's say this is availability zone 1A, 1B, and 1C, and they are internally connected. Okay, so region can have multiple availability zone. Means this is one region, but it has multiple AZ, means availability zone. So availability zone is called data center. Availability zone means nothing but data center. I showed you yesterday how big is the data center, how they are managing the complex network. One diagram I showed in yesterday's session. So please watch that recording. Server instance are placed in data center. Okay. They are maintaining big server here. They are maintaining big server. What is server? No need to worry. You don't know? It's fine. I know if you don't know anything also, that is fine. Just listen to me carefully. Then you will understand. Okay. Okay. Now, so what is the important thing to note here is it is always recommended that our server should be in multiple availability zone. If one availability zone goes down, our server will be running in another availability zone. For example, what I'm trying to show you here is, in this diagram, we have one region, one region. This is Mumbai region, and this is one availability zone. This is another, and this is third one. If this is down, what will happen? This will work. If this is also down, then this will work. If this is also down, then what will happen, guys? It is a failure case then. It is a failure case. Okay, that is the drawback. But this is very rare case. Okay, you need to understand. Sometimes servers are down, right? Maybe this is one of the situation when server will be down. Okay, now, so if one AC is down, means what happened? Another server should run. Okay, another availability zone is available. Okay, so you should understand this. Now consider. So what is Mumbai? Mumbai, let's say one region. This is applicable for all region, and with this you will understand what are the naming convention. So Mumbai, what are the availability zone here for Mumbai? What are the availability zone? So first availability zone. Okay, AP South, AP South 1A. This is the naming convention, guys. Then we are not yet, no need to remember, because everything will be visible in console. Then we have 1B. Similarly, we have AP South, AP South, AP South 1C. These are the data centers available. Availability zone means data centers. Okay, this is the, I can show you. If I am going into Asia Pacific, maybe I am log out. Okay, you see, right? API South 1, Mumbai. So Mumbai, what is the region for Mumbai? AP South 1, AP South 1. This is for Mumbai. And Mumbai, how many availability zone? 3 availability zone. That is AP South 1A, AP South 1B, AP South 1C. Okay. Now, guys, important is what happen is, for example, now focus, guys. This is, let's say, this is AWS. Let's say this is AWS Mumbai. This is AWS Mumbai. Try to understand, guys. It is very simple thing. AWS Mumbai. Okay. What you are doing inside AWS Mumbai? Here in this AWS Mumbai, I clearly selected here. What is coming here? Asia Pacific Mumbai, right? It means I am in this region. Whatever I will do here, creating EC2, anything, that will be comes under which region? Mumbai. Now inside Mumbai, what I am trying to do? I am trying to create one EC2 server. EC2 server. I have, let's say, created one EC2 server. EC2 server. What will happen? EC2 server. Then we have to configure. Server means operating system, RAM, hard disk, everything I have to configure, right? Then inside it, let's say there is one virtual machine. One VM means virtual machine is there now. This is virtual machine. Okay. Then what happened? This is cloud. This is cloud, guys. This is cloud. This is cloud. Okay. This is cloud. Somewhere in AWS. You are where? You are in India. You are in China. You are in US. Having your own laptop, right? Forget about 3 places. You are in US now. Okay. Or you are in Delhi. You are in Delhi. You are in Delhi in India. This is your laptop now. This is your laptop. This is your laptop. Now tell me, guys, this is your laptop. How will you connect this? How will you connect this? You have to connect this now. You have to connect this. How you will connect this server? This is your question now. I have created one server here, but you have to perform something here now inside this. How will you connect? To connect that, we have some key pair and username. Okay, we have some key pair that will be generated. Key pair, nothing but username and password. Okay, or username or password will be there. So you can connect with this. Once the connection is established, you are into the server. Okay, this virtual machine can be anything. It's up to your requirement. It can be like Windows. Okay, it can be like anything Linux you are creating, right? So this is very important to observe. Okay, now, so what is EC2? Simple. EC2 is one of the service. EC2, it is one of the important service provided by AWS. All servers related stuff is done in this EC2 service. Okay, okay. Now, EC2 stands for, EC2 means Elastic Cloud Compute. Elastic Cloud Compute. This is the full form of what? EC2. So by EC2, what we can do? We can create a virtual machines, means whatever required for our project. You can create, we can create, we can create virtual machines. Okay, virtual machines means what? Laptop itself, you can say laptop have hard disk, RAM, everything, right? Operating system. Similarly, you have laptop in your hand, then that you have having physical laptop. But for example, this is AWS. Okay, you are creating one EC2 service here, and then you are connecting to that EC2 server. From where this server is, where in Mumbai, somewhere data center is in Mumbai, the server is created there. Then you are seeing this console, na beautiful console. You are seeing this beautiful console only, right? You are seeing this beautiful console. Okay, this is not in your local. This is not in your local. Where it is? It is in Mumbai. It is in Mumbai data center. Similarly, you can create any data center by selecting the local, not data center. You can create EC2 service depending upon the region. Okay, we will. There are some certain rule protocol which how to select which region to select. Okay, but we are trying to understand basic of EC2. Okay, we can create a virtual machine. Whatever our requirement is there, whatever our requirement for project, based on that, we are creating that EC2 server. Okay, now there will be like there may be any chance. Okay, there may be chance like this is your personal computer, right? This is your personal computer or laptop. Okay, now guys, I am searching here RDP, RDP. See, RDP, you are getting RDP, remote desktop connection, remote desktop connection. When I click here, when I am clicking here, it is asking me na something where to connect. When I will connect here, it will try to establish connection na. What does it mean? What does it mean? There may be one server is created for Windows. I want to connect from my local laptop. I want to create my local laptop from local laptop. How to connect? If it is a Linux, if it is a Linux, instead it is a Windows operating system. Inside EC, you have AWS region. Inside of the AWS region, you have EC2. Inside EC2, you are creating one virtual machine. Na? This virtual machine can be have operating system based on your requirement. It can be Windows, it can be Linux, anything, right? If let's say it is Windows, how you will connect from local laptop to here? So I showed you one thing. In everyone having laptop remote desktop, then whatever the URL you have to give, whatever the for that server, whatever URL is there, we need to pass there, then connect. Till now we did not create it now. That's why it's not able to connect. I did not started any server. So once this connection details I am giving, I have to give username password. Then and one Windows operating system will be created. We will see that as well in upcoming session. Okay. So this is, then what happen is, whatever EC2 server you are connecting using that RDP, then RDP able to connect this what your virtual machine na. So what does RDP stand for? What does RDP stand for? RDP stands for what? Remote desktop connection. Remote desktop connection. Okay. It is one of the application in Windows. It is one of the application in Windows operating system. Currently, I am working in my laptop now. What is the operating system in my personal laptop? Windows. So when I search here RDP, it is showing na remote desktop connection app. It means, what does it mean? It is one of the application of Windows operating system. Okay, everyone having this. Okay. Now, what we are doing with the help of RDP? With the help of RDP, we can connect from one Windows machine. When I am saying machine means laptop or something, servers, to another Windows machine. Using what? DNS, username and password. What is DNS? We will see that. When I am showing here, what I am passing here, this is one DNS. Okay, we will see that. And then after that, we need one username and password to connect that. Now, this is simple terms. I'm not going big dive in this. If I will go into EC2, especially in AWS sessions, it will take at least 1 week to understand EC2 fully. Okay, what is our content? What is our topic? How to work with Linux. That is our purpose, right? So for that, I want to connect to EC2. That's why I'm giving you a small brief about EC2, AWS, and cloud computing. Then we will slowly connect with EC2, and then we will practice more and more on EC2 only. But to connect to EC2, I am giving you some basic brief about this, what is related. To understand Linux operating system, we should compare with something, na? So we should compare it with Windows operating system. Windows operating system. What is Windows operating system, guys? Everyone know. Not a big deal, right? You know this thing, Windows operating system. So it is a operating system. Who develop? It is operating system provided by whom? Provided by Microsoft, na? Microsoft company. Nobody is going to ask you in anything, but you should know basic thing. Microsoft company, na? Okay. Then next is, so it is a paid software. It is a paid, na? It is a paid software. Okay. Now it is a single based user, na? You have one laptop means you have one laptop. Can 10 people access it at a time? No. So it is single user based. This is one of the important points to understand what is different between Linux and Windows. I am in my laptop. I am using some application. I want this application, Paint, Windows, anything. I am using. When I am using this, can any other use this? Can you use this? People sitting next to me can use this? No, because I am using this. One people can only use this. So it is single user based operating system. What does it mean? Only one user can access at a time. It means one user can access it at one time, not more than this. But in Linux, many people can connect to one server. Linux operating system means they can connect to servers. Okay. there is one server. I want to connect to that server. Okay. Then I want to write some commands. I can do that. Similarly, you are sitting somewhere else. You can also connect to that particular server and you also can do that. You will see that. Okay. Now, so Windows can, one user can run multiple app now. It can run multiple app. Multiple app means I open browser, I open Notepad++, I opening Paint, right? I am connected to Zoom meeting. So what does it mean? I am able to connect multiple user na, multiple app at a time na. But what is the disadvantage? Windows is, it is less secure. Less secure. Okay. One can hack it. One can hack it. Okay. And one can hack it easily. So this is one of the second reason. One reason is this, and one reason is this. Why Linux is people are using in industry. Okay, because it is secured. Okay. So to to overcome this, to overcome this, to overcome this, we need antivirus, na? We need antivirus, antivirus, right? To protect our system from viruses. Okay, hope you are good. But it is, but what is the advantage? It is giving you, it is giving you, it is giving you one good GUI, graphical interface, graphical user interface, graphical user interface. This is what it is giving. Na? I can click here, I can go here, I can here. It is giving me interface. Na? Easily understand, right? I can go to C drive, D drive easily, right? So this is graphical user interface means something you are able to see. Who is the user? We are the user. We are using the laptop, okay, or machine. So this is what the things about things about this Windows operating system. Now, these are the problems. How many problems? Single base and less secure. Okay, then Linux come into picture. Then Linux come into picture, guys. Then Linux come into picture. What is the Linux? Okay, Linux is a free open source system. Linux is free, free. Okay, and open source. What does it mean? Open source operating system. It is Windows is paid, Linux is free. Okay, we don't need to pay any charge to anyone. Okay, but you are purchasing Windows operating system. You have to buy a license now. So that is why Windows operating system is Windows operating system is Windows operating system is paid. But where is Linux is free and open source. Okay. Linux operating system is also available in internet. You can download it from internet na. You can download it from internet na. Okay. So this is open source. That's why it is open source. Open source means software. Open means you can Google it, you can install it in your machine. Okay. But you are already having, see guys, what I am trying to explain you, why I am using EC2. Most of the people you are having Windows machine in your laptop. If you are having Windows lab operating system, then how you will practice Linux in your operating system? No, na, right? Either you have to do partition in your Windows, then in one partition Windows, one partition in laptop. But that will be very headache for you, na? So that instead of installing Linux, we need one, we can easily do it now in EC2. And once we are connecting to EC2, we can do practice Linux. So that's the reason I am coming while this Linux boot camp, I am explaining like AWS basic introduction and EC2. Okay. Otherwise, if you install this in your laptop, then it will be problem for you, no? do partitions, then install two operating system in one partition Windows, in one partition Linux, right? That will be the challenge too. That's the reason we will connect EC2. We will create one virtual machine. We'll connect it to from our local laptop, and then we can see how we can practice our Linux command. Okay, so Linux is what? Open source. And in Linux, anybody can take Linux operating system code and customize it. What does it mean? You are expert in Linux. So what you will do? Whatever the Linux software is available in internet, you change that software and you created your own. You make the changes. Is it not possible for Windows now? But what happened? You can take anyone. Anyone can take Linux, Linux operating system. See, we slowly jump into our main content Linux, huh? Okay. So Linux operating system is what? Well, anyone can take Linux operating system. Okay. Using web and made the changes. Made the changes in it. What does it mean? Customization. Customization, we can say it is a kind of customization. One can customize it now. Okay. That's why Linux had different flavor. Some people call Ubuntu, some people call Red Hat. Okay. So the different company, what they are doing, they are taking the main Linux code and they are changing according to their requirement, and then they are releasing into the market. So there are different flavor of Linux. If you understand that. Okay. So apart from that, Windows is Windows is single user, na? But Linux is multi-user. Linux is multi-user. ठीक है? Multi-user based operating system. Multi-user based operating system. ठीक है? Apart from that, what is the disadvantage of Windows? It is less secure. Okay, but Linux is very secure, very secure operating system. Okay, okay. It is community based. It is community based operating system. Community means there are certain community. If you have doubt, you can ask your doubts in that community. They will respond to that particular problem. Okay, someone from that community. That is why it is community based. Okay. Now we will see history of Linux. History of Linux. Okay. How Linux came into the picture. So first operating system. I'm talking about operating system, guys, not Windows Linux. I'm talking about the first operating system come into market. In which year? 1950. No need to remember all this stuff. 1950s. In 1950, first operating system came into picture. Okay. Now there is one lab of General Motor. General Motor lab is there. Okay. Who implemented this first? Who implemented this first operating system? First operating system for IBM. IBM. Okay. For IBM. So first operating. Is my voice is breaking? One second. Let me check. Bear me today, guys, if my voice is breaking. Tomorrow I will keep one more backup of internet so that we can connect. I can connect to that internet also. Maybe it is there's some signal issue. If I will do that right now, so what will happen? It will be time consuming and I need to switch. Let me check one more time. I'm audible now. I am good now. Okay, thank you. So General Motor Lab implemented this first operating system in IBM. I'm not talking about Linux guide. First operating system. Okay. Now, what happened in 1916? First version of Unix operating system come into market. In 1960, first version of Unix operating system come into market. This theory, if you read this one line, even my explanation is also not required. These are you are doing in your college daily, na? Your lecturer explaining you in this way, right? No practical, only theory. Practical also 100 people, one lab, one device. Now, uh, next, Microsoft released their first operating system in Microsoft. Microsoft releases their first operating system in 1981. Okay, which is what is the name? It is very popular, na? Olden days, MS-DOS. MS-DOS was the first operating system. Okay, and then the Microsoft Windows operating system come in which year? 1985. Okay, MS Windows operating system came in to market in 1985. 1985. Okay, with graphical user interface. Right? This is what we know right till now. But what happened in after that? This is first operating system. This is story of Windows. Now, story of Linux. So in 1991, what happened? A person name, Linus Torvalds made some changes to operating system and release free of cost in the market. Okay. The person name is what? Person name is Linus Torvalds. In which year? 1991. Okay, in 1991. Now, it's you. He named it. Minux operating system. Whatever Linus has released the operating system, what he named give Minux. But later, what he conclude? He conclude like, let's say, his name is Linus and his operating system is Minux. So what he do? What he did? LIN he took and UX he took. Then what combination he give? Linux. So this is how Linux came into picture, guys. Interesting story, right? Okay. So similarly, Java, na? Earlier it was Oak. Similarly, like it is not related. Oak. Java was known as Oak. Later it is converted into Java. Java is a popular coffee, na? Popular coffee. This is the story of Java. Earlier it was Oak. Oak was a popular tree in Indonesia, but they make it later Java, right? Similarly, it was Linux who developed Minux and with his name and that operating system name making Linux. Okay? This is completely story, right? Now, Linux. So Linux is a open source. Open source. What does it mean? Open source means you. Open source mean you, me, anyone can take the code and customize. Okay, whatever your requirement is that. So what happened is Open source means then what happen is different companies people take Linux source code. Okay, companies, companies and people are taking Linux source code and customize it according to their requirement, right? According to their requirement. Many. So how evolution came into picture? See now, right? So now RHEL, RHEL. Who developed this? Red Hat. Developed means Red Hat. Okay. Then CentOS. CentOS is also the one of the flavor na. Who did this? Community people. Then one is Ubuntu na. Ubuntu is also one flavor of Linux na. Okay, who did this? Community people. Community people make the changes in that Linux. They release in the market. Like CentOS, Ubuntu. Okay. Then open use. Open use. Who released this? They made the changes. But who is this time? Microsoft. So these many available flavors are there. So people are taking Linux source code, they are making the changes according to their requirement and they are releasing it to the market. So RHEL, it is developed by which company? Red Hat. CentOS, this is the provided by community, Linux community, okay? And open use is provided by Microsoft. Okay, so this is very basic thing. Now, what is you know, right? What is operating system? No need to explain, but let me explain you. What is operating system, right? It is it is an software, guys. It is an software which is used to communicate between computer hardware and end user. End user, right? Simple way. For example, this is a computer. This is a computer. This is you and me, right? See, don't get bored. This is simple, I know. A simple thing help you to understand complex thing. Okay. I know you know all this thing, right? So what happen is you want to communicate na to computer. This is your computer. This is your computer na. You want to communicate to computer. And inside computer, what is there? RAM is there. What is there? Inside computer, RAM is there na. Then what is hard disk is there na? Hard disk is there. Or hard disk. Hard disk there. Okay. Okay. Just think. These are the software installed into your operating system, RAM and hard disk. How they will means interact with each other or something. You need an operating system na. This is a hardware na. RAM is your hardware na. 8 GB RAM, 16 GB RAM. Hard disk is also hardware na. So what you are doing? You are having operating system. You are having operating system. So based on your whatever operating system is there, based on that, this computer will work. Okay. You have one operating system. You have operating system. You have one operating system. Then what will happen? Then whatever we are doing, then this is helping us na. So it is acting as a mediator between computer hardware and the user. You are the user. You are the user. So whatever you want to do with this computer machine, you are doing something na. If I am not, for example, you purchase one laptop. So your laptop have RAM, hard disk, motherboard, everything have been na, but no operating system. Then you are able to do something in your application. Are you able to open calculator? No, na. Once you install the operating system, then operating system providing you some interface with this. You are, for example, I am having this Windows. Now I can search calculator. Means I open the calculator. I'm doing some operations now. So it is a kind of mediator between whom? User and computer. Simple way. ठीक है? So similarly, when I'm talking about all these things, so you need to understand that how we are using this. Okay, guys. Hope you are good with this my explanation. And to also, I will show you slowly. I will show you slowly, right? What are the regions, how to do everything. I will explain you, right? This is the data center, everything. Okay. So no need to worry. Slowly we will see how we can connect to our AWS and how we can connect to EC2 server and how we can perform this Linux command. Okay. So I will stop the recording now. We will see slowly. Stop the recording.